Okay, Scott, we are live here at Tomato Mania with Scott Daigre, and he's going to talk to you all about the Hall of Fame tomatoes. Take it away, Scott.
Good morning, everybody. Once again at Rogers, another beautiful day, and we're so happy to be here. Tomato Mania has had quite a run this year, and we thank you for being here. We thank you for being so enthusiastic, and we're really happy to be able to pass on a little info this way, so that we can ever increase your knowledge and your enthusiasm even more, I guess, for tomatoes. We're talking about Hall of Fame tomatoes today. And you know there are only 7,000 tomatoes in the world that I can get seed for? So it's, so there's a lot of those, you know? And the problem that we have every year is editing. And when people edit down, they often get to this sort of amazing group of tomatoes that are the stalwarts in the garden for centuries. And we think that makes sense. The Tomato Mania also picks the tomato of the year over the last, we started that at Rogers, in fact, in 2018. And we highlight something that we think is amazing. Now, we've had a run on those this week, as you can probably imagine. Our tomatoes of the year were featured in the pre-sale. We've had loads of them here. Some of those we're running out of, but you can get more as the season progresses. But Madame Marmande, a big, red, amazing heirloom. Piglet Willie, a small Piglet Willie's French black, actually. A small black saladette type. We had, last year it was Thorburns Terracotta, a beautiful tomato introduced in 1893 and then brought back to the trade. And then this year, one called Lava Flow, which is going to be in very high demand. It probably isn't even out behind me as I speak, but we'll have more as the season goes along. Just terrific tomatoes that we know in a modern parlance work for us. They're beautiful, they're delicious, they're hardy, and they're productive. And that's what makes for a Hall of Fame tomato. But when you look wider and you look into the whole tomato realm, you have things out here like Cherokee Purple, which has set the standard for purple or black tomatoes for a very long time. So Cherokee Purple is amazing. It is a dense, dusky mauve on the outside, probably with some darker shoulders most of the time, and just beautiful. Again, almost purple flesh all the way through, mixed with some red as well. But it's a taste setter. It's the taste test winner. It's all of that. But it is one of the Hall of Fame tomatoes that we carry every year. A little red called Carmelo, which is a French market tomato. Another French called Jean Flamme, a beautiful orange saladette tomato that often blushes pink on the blossom end. These are the Hall of Fame. These are the ones everybody talks about. You may have heard the story about Radiator Charlie's mortgage lifter, the gentleman who hybridized tomatoes and they were so popular he paid off his mortgage. Well, mortgage lifter is another one of those classics. It's always in our lineup. Everybody wants it, and it's a willing and wonderful tomato. I couldn't go without, I guess, mentioning probably the world's favorite tomato. Which one? You probably know this.
I know this.
It's Sun Gold, of course. We go through so much Sun Gold, and far more than anyone else, or any other tomato, because it's so willing, it's so delicious. It's just a terrific tomato. It does well everywhere. It produces a lot, but mostly it's just a great snack, and people love having it in the garden. So the cherry tomato that's Sun Gold, you can add that to the list. I was speaking this morning. We were talking about Rogers Gardens and what we're doing here on Garden America Radio Show, and we talked about multi-purpose tomatoes. And if there's one in the realm that fits into the Hall of Fame but also gets the multi-purpose award, it's probably Juliet. It's a small little elongated grape that starts producing early, produces late, and just makes you happy all the way in between. So as you run through the aisles of Tomato Mania, you'll see new things that we have for the first time, because that's our game. We want that. We love that. You'll see introductions that we've known for years, but you'll definitely find these Hall of Famers. And Rogers is going to be great about keeping those in stock for a very long time through the spring. So come in, jump into the tomato realm, and make sure that you're finding these classics, because they'll be wonderful and make you super happy.